Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KSUPTV.com. I am your host, Art Sandoval, and I'm here with Roswell High School Lady Head Coach. We're talking basketball now, Dan Smith. Coach Smith, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Doing wonderful. Thanks, Art.
Good deal, man. It's hard to believe this is year two for you as the Roswell girls basketball head coach, man. And it's right now you're off to a good start, 1-0 as you all defeated the Santa Teresa Lady Warriors 57-13. First and foremost, let's recap last week's game for the viewers, or for the listeners and viewers that didn't get a chance to go to Santa Teresa, and then we'll talk a little bit about Gadsden. So talk to me about some of the pros, some of the cons, and let's do this before we do anything. Let's do this. You're coming off, this is your second year coming into this program right here. Kind of recap a little bit about summer program. You did, you had, in order to get to this point right now, you have the summer. What did you do this summer to prepare for this season?
We had a great summer just working on fundamentals all summer long, and we've seen tremendous growth in the players' skills, just basic pivoting, shooting, finishing around the rim. So we've grown quite a bit, and we had a great summer traveling around, playing in various tournaments like all teams did, and we saw tremendous growth over the summer. When
you say summer, where did you travel this summer to?
One of the biggest places we went to San Antonio and competed with some teams from Houston and San Antonio and some upper echelon teams in that area. So,
well, you and I are former teammates, and of course we played basketball together. But how beneficial is summer and summer programs to make it to this point?
It's absolutely instrumental because you just see so much growth and development over that time, and confidence. You just see confidence grow within the girls. So, very instrumental.
Very instrumental. I love that word right there. So, Coach Smith, let's go real quick. Let's talk about Santa Teresa. Like I said, last week, November 29th, you played Santa Teresa in Santa Teresa on a Tuesday night. First and foremost, traveling up there to Santa Teresa, getting them back probably 2 or 3 in the morning. There's a lot of things that play a role in this right here. I know you do some morning shooting, early in the morning. It's called sunrise shooting, which has been very beneficial to your program. But talk about Santa Teresa first.
Santa Teresa was a great game for them to start out with. Obviously, it was a long bus ride, and we had some heavy travel legs to start off. But we loosened up, and we played well, and ended up winning the game.
Good. Sounds good. So what time did you get in? About 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure?
It was after midnight sometime. I was exhausted the next day. I'm too old to be going to bed after midnight.
Well, I know you and I are facetious when we talk about that, but, imagine the young ladies are going through the, playing a ball game, coaching a ball game, how draining that is, and then getting up and going to class because it's mandatory. And, of course, your expectations of the program are to get to class and make the grades first before you become an athlete.
Absolutely.
So that's the main the number one thing that we have to work on right now. So, okay, let's move on real quick. So today is December 6th. It's hard to believe it's already December 6th, and it's about 75 degrees outside right now. But let's talk about Gadsden, the Lady Panthers right now. Last year you played Gadsden up at Gadsden. I was at that game, and boy, that was a heck of a contest. But again, a new team this year. What are your thoughts on the players going into this contest?
Gadsden's got a really good post. They've got some good guard play. So we're just trying to be prepared for those two aspects of the game.
Okay. So offensively, what do you feel like you're going to try to run?
We'll run our motion like we do. We have some set plays in there as well, but we're a motion team.
Okay.
So.
And defensively?
Defensively, we'll be doing a lot of pressing this year, a lot of pushing the ball, trying to play a little faster, using the speed to our advantage.
Sounds good, Coach. And let's just go ahead and talk a little bit about your players real quick. I know you're very humble when it comes down to certain players, but, all players, better yet. But right now you have a senior in Daisy Smith. That name sounds very familiar to her, I'm sure. And, of course, Emma Escobar, the sophomore. And then another sophomore that we talked about a lot is Elena Tarin, along with Misha Hinthorn. And then, of course, Sari Morales. I anticipate those will probably end up being your starters tonight. I don't know that for a fact, but I would anticipate that would be it. Talk about that. We'll talk some about the reserve, the most important reserve players, and how that's going to be beneficial tonight.
The way we're going to play, we need to have a pretty deep bench. So we're about 8-9 deep, and we're going to use a lot of players. We're still relatively young with Daisy and Misha and Mila Moore being our primary seniors. Of course, we got Mariana Ruiz and Maela Velasco as well. But we're still a relatively young team, and we're athletic, and we're going to play fast.
Sounds good. Anything in closing, Coach?
No, just hope the community comes out and supports these ladies. They work hard every day, and love to see everybody come out and support the girls.
One last thing, too. I know we're talking, this is the first home game. This is, you don't want to know right now, but this is your first home game. Very important. You're exactly right. Have the community come out and watch the Roswell Coyotes, the girls play. And then, of course, talk about your schedule a little bit. You play Alamogordo, Lovington, of course, Goddard. You go to Chaparral, and Sandia is going to be a tough contest for you guys as well. And then, of course, just right down the corner is that holiday tournament. And then then you play the Mayfields. Well, you go into pretty much district. I mean, you play the Las Cruces schools with Mayfield, Las Cruces, and Centennial, Oregon Mountain. And then you go to the Rio Rancho. You play Rio Rancho here at Roswell High School. And then, Coach, after that, it's going to be today's your second game. Tomorrow's going to be game 25. It seems like.
That's right.
And you're going to have a tough schedule. You have a tough schedule. You have a tough district schedule. Anything about this format so far?
The one thing I like about our schedule this year is we've got a lot of home games. So hopefully the community will come out and support us. But, we're trying to test our abilities. We're trying to put some teams in there that are highly ranked and see how we can do against them.
Absolutely. So, all right. Well, sounds good, Coach. I know you're just minutes away from tip-off here. And first and foremost, good luck to you. Good luck to your girls. Play hard, and we'll see you after the game.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to KSVPTV.com. December 6, 2022. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. We're going to switch gears now since football just ended for us on Friday, so now we're getting ready for a little basketball action. Little introductions real quick for the Gadsden Panthers. As it reads, just the rosters. Try to get the starting lineups prior to the game. They weren't ready, but that's okay. We'll go with the rosters. Number 3 is Odith Varela, senior. Number 5 is Sarai Melendrez, junior. Number 10 is Stacy Sanchez, senior. Number 12, Brisa Dominguez, senior. Number 14, Mia Busteos, sophomore. Number 22 is Ashley Hernandez, senior. Number 23, Sienna Gonzalez, senior. Number 24, Andrea Lazoya, junior. Number 31, Emma Rose, senior. Number 33, Kimberly Sala, senior. Number 34, Leah Chavez, junior. And number 42, Elena Maravalifo, sophomore. And the head coach for the Gadsden Lady Panthers is Anna Valatiera, assisted by Reyes Valatiera, Sal Melendrez, Carlos Carrasco. Those are the assistant coaches for the Gadsden Panthers. And now for the Roswell Lady Coyotes, the non-starters this evening. Number 5, sophomore, Brianna Castro. Number 12, senior, Malaya Velasco. And she's going to get mad at me because I said Malaya. I kind of did that on purpose. Number 20, junior, is Serenity Chavez. Number 23, senior, Mila Moore. Number 24, senior, Mariana Ruiz. And then the only freshman on the squad, number 34, is Ada Vasquez. And the starters for this evening, senior, number 1, Misha Henthorn. Number 11, the junior, Sadia Morales. Number 21, senior, Daisy Smith. And number 22, sophomore, Emma Esquivel. And then finally, number 33, sophomore, Elena Tarin. And the Roswell Lady Coyotes are assisted by Anthony Redding, Joey Martinez, Jeanette Martinez, and the head coach, Dan Smith. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on KSVPTV.com. The Roswell Lady Coyotes currently 1-0 as they defeated the Santa Teresa Lady Warriors 57-13 last week. And then, of course, taking on this Panther team from Gadsden. Overall record is 3-1 as they defeated Fabens, Texas, Chaparral, Socorro, and the only loss is to Goddard. All right, we're just seconds away from tip-off. Coach McDonald, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm thinking, looking at that schedule, they must have played a tournament there in El Paso area and must have won it. I mean,
right.
With the 3-game winning streak, but Goddard seemed to handle them pretty easily back on the 22nd, 31-18. We'll see. Just the second game for your Roswell Lady Coyotes, and here we go.
All right, just like that, the tip-off is going to be in favor of the Gadsden Lady Panthers. Had a pregame interview we'll talk about that here in just a moment. Had the opportunity about 6 minutes to talk with Coach Smith about this year's squad. Very optimistic. Talked a lot about summer ball and how summer ball was a success for him and this squad, going up to the Texas area and taking on a lot of quality schools, and he feels that's going to be very beneficial for this squad this year. All right, here comes the senior, Daisy Smith, going across court. Swings it on over to the left side. The sophomore is going to be Elena Tarin. Three-point shot is up and no good. And, Kelly, this is one of the things that just from last year's squad, Elena Tarin was a freshman last year. Left-hander, very good athlete, will shoot the rock from the left side in three-point range. I expect a lot from this young lady this year.
Yeah, that was a deep attempt there and not a bad look at it, but just shows how the freshman is, you need to throw that ball down the court. But it just shows how the freshman playing as much as she did as a freshman, I should say, last year, how that's going to pay off for her this year, looking for, as you said, big things from her this year.
Daisy Smith takes a three-point shot and is unsuccessful on that particular shot. Of course, she is a senior. She is going to be the senior captain this year, and we'll see some bright things from her. Another young lady that we're going to be talking a lot about is that one right there, number 22, Emma Escobar, talking about a great athlete, excellent softball player, excellent athlete in general, plays soccer, will run track, will play golf. She'll do about anything, but I tell you what, just from
nice
experience, good
Smith
job by
there.
Daisy Smith on the layup, left-handed. Just a phenomenal athlete. I love seeing this kid play. 2-0 in favor of the Roswell Lady Coyotes. Now Smith gets on the board with the left-hand layup. And now that's going to be an even game, so that's going to be number 31 for Gadsden. That's Emma Rose as she gets on the board. Three-point shot from way downtown. Daisy Smith and up and no good. 2-2 is the score of 5:45 remaining in this first period.
Yeah, and Lady Coyotes showing they're not afraid to shoot the ball from distance. They're certainly not hugging the line on any of those three-point attempts. Haven't got one to go down yet, but definitely showing the confidence.
Well, full court pressure by the Roswell Lady Coyotes with Sadia Morales and Misha Hinthorn. Man-to-man right now. Oh, good job by Escobar.
Oh, good job by Hinthorn hustling to the ball.
The officials this evening, David Solis, Jaime Lopez, and Chelsea Plaster. And you've had the opportunity as an official to probably do games with all three of them, haven't you?
You know, I have, actually. Just one game each. Done a lot of games with David over the years, but just one game each with the other two. And three good officials here tonight.
Good.
So that's going to be a foul on Hinthorn, her first.
You know, upon the interview with Dan Smith, he was talking about, he really feels that this team is going to be, doesn't have very much height. He has Maya Moore and Mayela Velasco, stands about 5'7", 5'8". Not a whole bunch of height, but he really feels that this team is, quick. He wants them to be aggressive. Doesn't want anybody to slow down and really take control of the ball.
When they showed right there how you can be effective that way, another left-handed attempt from Smith is no good there. But you saw the good hustling defense by Morales to get the steal. So the Lady Coyotes are getting their opportunities. They're just not able to get the ball down so far here in the first. Luckily, neither has Gadsden.
So Sari Melendres in the ball game there for Gadsden. Oh, and that's shot up by number 31, Emma Rose, and the Panthers take the lead now in this first quarter.
And there's where they'll get in trouble with that small lineup, you know, and you say small lineup, or I say small lineup, they're all going to be a small lineup. Even when you put more in Velasco in there, they're not just real big. So it's just something they're going to have to deal with this year.
Brianna Castro in the ballgame now for the Lady Coyotes. Dribbles right, going to go in with the right hand, and good. She's going to score 2 and go to the line to shoot the and 1. Now the score is tied up. We're even at 4 as Castro will go to the line. Castro also sophomore here, as we were talking about, you and I, before the game. The Roswell Lady Coyotes have 5 seniors, 2 juniors, 3 sophomores, and the lone freshman in Ada Vasquez. The and 1 is up and no good. One thing with Castro is she can dribble, she can pass, and there's a 3-point shot by Tarin, and no good.
And Tarin started off over 3 tonight, all from well past the line.
One thing with Castro, too, is she'll pass the ball, she'll look the opposite way, and the ball will go. So she'll look left and pass right, and she'll pass right, and she just does a good job. She's a good dribbler. Oh, right there is what you were talking about, Kelly. This situation here with the height advantage between the Roswell Coyotes and the Gadsden Panthers. Coach Smith's going to take a 30-second timeout. We're going to take one, too. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching to KSVPTV.com.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
How do you make the most?
Welcome back to the Coyote Den. We're here in the first quarter here as the Roswell Lady Coyotes taking on the Lady Panthers from Gadsden High School. 6-4 is the score in favor of Gadsden. Coach Dan Smith took a 30-second timeout to get organized here, and now here comes Elena Tarin. Will dribble left, and there's going to be a carry. I think oh, there it is. They're going to call it a travel.
Yeah, kind of late on the call there, but she go down on her ankle funny, or?
Well, I'm not sure if it's an ankle or a knee.
I think what happened was she stepped on the defender's foot. I think it's an ankle.
It might be an ankle, and looks like the training unit is coming on. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. You're listening and watching to KSVPTV.com. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
All right, welcome back to KSVPTV.com. Injury timeout, and looks like Elena Tarin went down. Looks like maybe a left ankle, and the training unit's going to take a look at it and go from there. So, okay, here we go. It's going to be number 22 dribbling for Gadsden. That's going to be Ashley Hernandez. Now she's guarded by Hinthorn. Man-to-man at this point. Swings it on over to number 12. That's going to be Brisa Dominguez. Dominguez guarded by Smith. Smith. Okay, so it looks like David Solis is going to call a foul on number 1, Misha Hinthorn, the senior.
It's going to be 2 quick fouls for her in less than 4 minutes, so she's going to be careful here and probably get a sub in, as you sure don't want to pick up 3 in the first quarter. Let's see if Coach Smith sees it on the board there, or if his assistant's on the ball.
If you notice what happened, Coach McDonald, is Mila Moore, probably the tallest young lady on this team right here, stands probably about 5'7", 5'8". Came in the ball game there, and she will replace the injured Tarin. But, again, of course, Tarin can shoot the rock from the left side, but Lady Coyotes need some height in this ball game.
Well, they do, and she's going to have to match up there with Emma Rose, who has, until that free throw, had all of Gadsden's points, and all of them coming inside, as they just had, and here's a turnover.
Well, full court pressure by Gadsden. And that turnover there favors Gadsden. Now Kimberly Salas will swing it on over back to Emma Rose. Emma Rose guarded by Escobar. Escobar will stop the dribble. Swings it on back to the top of the court with Ashley Hernandez. Kind of running pretty much a man-to-man zone, and what you want to call it?
Yeah, it's a matchup for the most part. You'll see. And they may have gone straight to a man here. Let's see.
Yeah, it looks more like, and there's going to be a foul on Hinthorn. That's going to be number 3 for her.
That's why you don't leave her in there in that situation. I mean, that's a starting player, and now she's got 3 fouls in 4 minutes and 7 seconds. I mean, you can't leave her out there, and he's still not got a sub for her.
Okay, it's going to be Gadsden's ball still once again as Ashley Hernandez, the senior, stops the dribble, going to swing it to the left side with Sari Melendres. And another foul on the Roswell Lady Coyotes. And
we're going to get Esquivel on that one, I believe. We'll see. I'll wait to write it down. But, yeah, it's going to go on Esquivel. And that's already 5 fouls, team fouls as well. So pretty soon they're going to be going to the line on everything. Yeah, yep. So this is not a good start for these Lady Coyotes.
Okay, so it looks like Sari Morales, the junior, will enter the ball game, and Misha Hinthorn probably will not see any. Well, in my opinion, probably won't see anything until the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. But you never know. Might get in a situation where he feels like he has to put her back in. You know, I don't know how deep he's gone to his bench in the previous game.
So that's another good topic that you mentioned there, Coach. Is they had 11 on their squad. So they're 6 deep, or 6 on the bench, I should say. He tends to think there's 8 deep, but there's 6 on the bench. There's Morales back to Castro, left-hander, and she will shoot the rock. No good. Escobar with the rebound and is going to kick it back out.
Good save there by Castro. Coyotes reset with a double pick. I'm not sure that was supposed to happen. There's a nice take and a good left hand, but can't get it to go.
Misses.
She is left-handed.
Yeah, and she is a natural lefty. Dribbling is Ashley Hernandez once again, and they love their left side. And Sari Melendres tried to save it, and it will be out of bounds. It will be Lady Coyote ball. 45.7 seconds. Lady Coyotes do trail by 4. Another thing that Coach Smith and I talked about was last week they did have a slow start in the first quarter against Santa Teresa, and that's what it looks like here in game 1. Or in this first quarter, look at Mila Moore, sinks it from 12 feet. Full court pressure by the Coyotes.
And this is where you have to take advantage of your speed. If you're going to play that small ball, you've got to be effective with your press. And now another foul, and if that's on Esquivel, that's going to be 2 on her.
Well, it looked like Sadi Morales maybe, but let's see what Mr. Solis does here.
It will be on Morales, just her first, so fortunate. Probably could have given it to either player there.
It's going to be 6 team fouls for the Lady Coyotes. And that's going to be number 24, Andrea Lazoya, with the lone point. And now rebounded by Esquivel. Esquivel can give it back to Smith, back to Esquivel. 3 lefties on this squad. Smith from way downtown. Oh, nice pass by Esquivel. And at the buzzer, no good. And at the end of 1, Lady Coyotes trail 9-6. We'll be right back. You're listening to KSVPTV.com.
Have you ever thought, Mom and Dad are beginning to need more help, but with a busy job and raising a family, you just don't have the extra time? Personal Care by Design is just what you're looking for. We can be there when you can't, from 1 hour a day to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our caregivers are carefully screened, and we are the only personal care service that is overseen by a registered nurse. Competitive rates, great people, and experience is what sets us apart. So when you need extra help at home with your loved one, you can count on Personal Care by Design. Personal, private, and protected. Call us at 575-625-9471 for your personal care needs and receive a free nursing evaluation. That number again is 575-625-9471.
After one, 9-6 is a score in favor of the Gadsden Lady Panthers. Little rough start for the Roswell Lady Coyotes, as looks like they had 6 team fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah, really lucky just to be in a one-possession game here, because pretty much everything that could go wrong did for the Lady Coyotes, but they're hanging right in there and just a three-pointer away from tying this up.
Castro loses the ball on top of the key, stopped the dribble, and looked like she's traveling there. As far as the pivot foot.
Chelsea's right on that, Coach. She's not going to let that go.
Yeah, absolutely, I'm sure. So,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. Just my observation up here. Excellent officials, does a great job. Escobar back to Moore, and there's Castro again. So Ashley Hernandez will have her first personal foul.
Yeah, that kind of got the continuation into a shooting foul there, if you ask me, but we'll take it for sure. Ooh.
Castro sinks the first one. Well, that first quarter really went by pretty fast. They had
especially with all the fouls.
Yeah,
all the stoppage of play.
7 total team fouls.
Not a lot of violations.
Or 7 fouls in general. Lady Coyotes looks like they take the press off here in this second quarter. Going to go back to man covers. I beg your pardon, maybe zone. Let's check it out here.
They're back to zone now.
Yep. Zone cover, 14 now has it. That's going to be Mia Posteos.
And that's what they got to do. They got to cut in on nice pass inside.
And 2 points for Posteos. 11-8 now. As Smith goes cross court. From 3-point range, up and no good.
Good job by Moore to keep that one alive. And now Smith will go and attack off the glass. Nice shot for Daisy Smith, her second bucket.
So 1 point lead now for Gadsden. You know, again, like I said, they had that rough first quarter last week in Santa Teresa. Coach Smith is hoping for the same thing here in this ballgame.
Well, he's hoping for that, yeah. He's hoping that it's just a one-quarter thing and that they can just attribute it to a slow start. But I see an issue tonight handling number 31, Emma Rose, because you know, they're not effective enough keeping her from getting the entry pass, and then if she gets it down low, you know, good shot and a good passer.
Well, Kimberly Salas also in the ballgame. Looks like she's a pretty tall kid as well.
Yeah, on the other wing there, Mia Bustillo, she's pretty tall too. Ooh, big girl showing the range.
A little athleticism there by Emma Rose. (11-10) now is the score as Smith will continue the dribble. Swings it out to Mila Moore, baseline.
Oh, good look. Got to be ready to shoot.
And that's going to be an easy 2 for Emma Escobar. First lead of the ball game for the Roswell Lady Coyotes, 12-11 now.
So yeah, partner, they weathered the storm there, and now they've got to try and kind of force the issue here and play the game they want to play.
be a travel, and I think that's going to be an excellent call. Good job by the official there.
Yeah, sometimes an official will say it's knocked out of her hands, but and then if they try to take another dribble, I see the travel called on that. When they get rid of the ball like that, I'm not sure about that one, but.
Mila Moore baseline and up and no good. Rebounded by number 31, Emma Rose. We said her name quite a bit here in this first half.
Well, and maybe just the one thing that might help out the Lady Coyotes is she does appear to be a little gassed already. She has not had a sub and played 12 minutes so far.
There's a baseline shot there, and off the bank, number 24 is LaZoya. So 13-12. So up to this point, it looks like the Roswell Lady Coyotes and the Gadsden Panthers are pretty evenly matched, and Saudi Morales will be called for her first. No, I believe it's her second personal foul.
Yeah, it's 2, and she'll probably have to have a seat because with Henthorn already with 3, you can't get another starter with 3 here in the first half. So I'm thinking Coach Smith's going to have to go to his bench, and here comes Tadine back in, kind of gingerly, maybe not. Okay.
Well, and here a couple things here. This is, again, this conversation. One of the things that early in the year, this is the second game of the year, don't know the situation with the injury. It looks like that, she's okay. I know she has the best trainer in the state of New Mexico.
Well, there you go.
But all kidding set aside, I think she's going to be okay. And so, yeah, here we go. Tadine's going to enter the ball game.
Yeah, but she is favoring that leg, you can tell. So we'll see how well she gets up and down here. Oh, yeah, she's doing a little hippity hop and slow there on defense. So we'll see. I don't know.
I don't
think so. I think they're going to take her back out pretty quick. She does not look like she can do this. Turnover.
Well, so a couple things I was going to say. Luckily enough, she's in the ball game. I'm glad she's okay. But here we go. This is the second game of the year, and I totally understand that. And again, this is you and I talking. I'm never going to ever criticize a coach or anything like that. But it's second game of the year. You got 24 more games for sure. You really want to make sure that everybody's going to be okay. I mean, this is just another ball game here.
Well, you need to be watching her. I mean, you need to have an assistant coach on her, watching just her for the next few possessions. Because to me, she shouldn't be out there. I mean, just by the way, I'm seeing her move around.
Well, man, and
look at her. Not a chance. He's got to get her out.
Well, again, a couple things here. I'm looking, and again, I'm not. It sounds like I'm being critical, but the bottom line is, I mean, she was carried off the court there. I question that.
Yeah. No, she didn't have. Look at her. No business out there. No business.
13-12 is the score in favor of the Panthers now. We're here in the second quarter with 3:43 remaining in this first half. Okay, another comment here, Coach, after this. One of the things I wanted to say is, there's a steal by Daisy Smith. Should be an easy layup for her. And it is. It's going to be 2 more points for Smith, 14-13 now.
Coach, watch. I'm interrupting you.
No, you're not. You're doing fine. What I want to say is, and this is the coach in me. No, there's a 3-point shot up and no good. Rebounded by Gadsden, and there is Rose misses, and they got a couple of tall girls here. And 2 points for Ashley Hernandez. And you're the same way here. I mean, you do this as a coach as well too. But is it too early to start talking about district?
Oh, never. I mean, that's what you're getting ready for. So,
I mean, right here you're talking, and I don't mind saying it. You're talking about the Hobbs Eagles, their favorite, one of the favorites in the state of New Mexico. I mean, they just got off a tournament up in the Lubbock area, and they were playing the number 5 team in the state of Texas at the time, and they ended up losing by 8 or 10, something like that. And it's my understanding that they had an injury that was detrimental to the Hobbs Eagles, Lady Eagles. But I'm not sure what happened here. I guess what I'm trying to say is this. You're going to have the caliber of team as Hobbs does. And, you know, I'm not sure about Clovis. Smith from way downtown, up and no good. But you're going to have 4 or 5 or 10 those caliber kind of girls with Hobbs. And when do you start preparing for that? I mean.
Well, I mean, that maybe there's an advantage to playing a lot of quick girls ball handlers potentially. You know, when you play a team like Haas, because they're going to press you like crazy, obviously, and they're going to be they're going to be really good. Probably the favorites to win it all.
Well, and that's my point.
Yeah. So I mean, you can't start preparing early enough for that situation.
I think these games right here, I think the Santa Teresa's, I think the Gadsdens are good start games for the Lady Coyotes. But like I said, you know, another thing Coach Smith and I were talking about earlier was the strength of schedule they have. Middle part of the schedule, they're going to have some good contests.
Well, and like you said, that they need those to prepare for the big dogs in our district. I mean, Carlsbad will be good too. Clovis will be, you know, maybe a little bit more of a question mark, maybe a little bit on par with our team, but
Maela Velasco for 3. I saw her in class today, the pregame, and really, really enjoyed watching her shoot. I mean,
yeah, pretty shot, nice form.
Yeah. Oh.
And you know, Gadsden is playing just the opposite of what Roswell High Coyotes are. You know, the Coyotes are launching threes, you know, consistently or constantly, I should say. Ooh, easy. And Gadsden's been just the opposite. You know, they're pounding the ball inside, looking for that extra pass.
Well, you know, the size differential with the Lady Coyotes and Gadsden, I mean, I know what Coach Smith likes. He likes the outside game. He likes to shoot, you know, but, you know, to each his own.
Well, I mean, and you know, some coaches coach to a philosophy. You know, they're going to do what they're going to do no matter what their personnel, you know, is maybe, you know, geared toward. Other coaches will play to the strength of their roster, you know, and make adjustments there.
Well, I think in this case here, I really do feel that I understand what he's doing. I mean, this doesn't have very much height.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to.
Sure, and that's going to, you know, keep them in some games. It's going to maybe allow them to pull away in some games. But, you know, that old saying, you live by the 3, you die by the 3, and right now, I would say the Lady Coyotes, even though they're winning the game, they are dying by the 3 because their percentage has been pretty low.
Look at this. Maela Velasco comes in the ball game and gets 5 points just like that. Roswell Coyotes now lead 20-16. We're going to take a break. You are watching KSVPTV.com.
Exciting news from Richland Motors on West 2nd and Roswell. Here's Richland sales manager Freddie Souza to tell you all about it.
Hey, Freddie Souza here, and our lot is finally full. We have both new and used vehicles with a wide variety to choose from. Whether you want economical or top of the line, we have it. And something we haven't seen in nearly 2 years, a large selection of brand new trucks straight from the factory. And Richland Motors is one of the only dealerships with zero markup on new trucks. So hurry in today to Richland because we're not sure how long they'll last.
Make your way to Richland on West 2nd and Roswell for your next vehicle. Se habla español.
Hey. Just like that, Maela Velasco comes in the ball game. 3-point shot, and then from about 12 feet, another 2 points. Kind of been the leader here in this second half. This second quarter.
Well, yeah, I mean, second leading scorer behind Daisy Smith, and that's great. It's what you want, someone off the bench to be a spark plug. And Velasco has provided that so far, and there's yet another turnover by Gadsden. Oh, right? All right, they're going to say it's off Roswell. Okay.
Off white. So number 23, Sienna Gonzalez in the ball game now for Gadsden. Going to swing it on back to the top of the key for Hernandez. She's going to go to the right side layup off, no good. And it will be Lady Coyote ball. Escobar will inbound.
Yeah, and I don't remember a shot from Gadsden farther than about 17 feet. You know, they're just content to pound it inside and look for a good look, you know, in that mid-range to inside, whereas the Coyotes, you know, they've taken it inside for a few layups, but this has mostly been what they're doing.
And just like that, Brianna Castro comes in and shoots a three-point shot from the baseline area. 23-16. We're under 20 seconds now in the first half. So the spark plug comes in, and look at that again. I'm going to start calling her spark plug.
Oh. Okay, gives it right back on the carry. But yeah, she has been exactly that. And, you know, especially when you got a starter injured early, you got a starter injured, you got a starter in foul trouble, you pretty much had to have that from somebody.
Exactly. So at halftime, the Roswell Lady Coyotes lead 23-16. And just a matter of seconds, they come back and have some good play by Velasco. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company. But come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For a free estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
In times of uncertainty, one thing seems to be constant. Crime tends to rise. Zenith Security Services, a locally owned company that's invested in our community, reminds you that for less than $5 a day, you can be proactive in protecting your home, family, and assets with a monitored alarm from a top UL-rated company. The hardest calls we receive at Zenith Security are those needing our services after the fact. Call Zenith Security Services at 575-626-3521 to schedule your free security assessment today.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
Big O Tires proudly sells our own brand of affordable tires. Our Bigfoot AT2 offers improved all-terrain traction. Our Legacy All-Season Plus keeps you on the road in any weather. And each set comes standard with the industry's greatest warranty. Now through October 30th, save $100 instantly on select sets of 4 Big O brand tires with installation purchase. Big O Tires, the team you trust. Installation charges extra. Required on all 4 tires. Not valid with other offers. Eligibility may vary. Disposal fees extra and shop fees extra where permitted. See store for details.
Even if you swing the golf club like an arthritic giant gorilla, you'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Hey CVE members, have you scheduled your no-cost home energy audit? If not, it's time to sign up. Call 575-746-3571 to get your name on the list for a free home energy audit. Weather stripping, new door sweeps, minor repairs, and much more. Start saving money and keep that purchased air in your home. Central Valley Electric Cooperative is happy to partner with Green Metal Energy for this valuable audit. Again, 575-746-3571.
ENMU Roswell offers high school students the opportunity to get a head start on their college education journey into healthcare. Through the Allied Health Careers Pathway, high school learners can enroll in dual credit courses that introduce them to a wide range of careers that include emergency medical technician, paramedic, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, phlebotomy, and nursing assistant. Start your healthcare career path at ENMU Roswell. Contact your high school counselor for more information.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University, student success, that's what we're about.
Fergie's Plumbing and Heating now has financing available through One Main Financial. Let Fergie's keep your house warm all winter long. Call 622-2260 today. And when you get a new HVAC unit from Fergie's, you get a $50 Cattle Baron gift card on them. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, 622-2260.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
How do you make the most of your land? Shaw does it behind the wheel of a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, as he does everything to make
my yard look as beautiful as I possibly can.
But the Hubbards use their 1025R because
we really are trying to create this homestead.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. How will you make the most of yours? Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Exciting news from Richland Motors on West 2nd and Roswell. Here's Richland sales manager Freddie Souza to tell you all about it.
Hey, Freddie Souza here, and our lot is finally full. We have both new and used vehicles with a wide variety to choose from. Whether you want economical or top of the line, we have it. And something we haven't seen in nearly 2 years, a large selection of brand new trucks straight from the factory. And Richland Motors is one of the only dealerships with zero markup on new trucks. So hurry in today to Richland, because we're not sure how long they'll last.
Make your way to Richland on West 2nd and Roswell for your next vehicle. Se habla español.
Have you noticed?
Welcome back to Roswell High School basketball. I was about to say football. Yeah, no, welcome back to the Coyote Den. Lady Coyotes taking on the Gadsden Lady Panthers. Currently lead 23-16. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald on KSVPTV.com. Coach McDonald, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I think the Lady Coyotes did a good job despite really poor shooting. Still managed to put 23 on the scoreboard and hold the Panthers to 16. I thought it was going to get away from them with the inside game of the Gadsden Panthers, but they made pretty good adjustment, I thought, after the timeout, and maybe some more adjustments between the quarters there. But the inside defense was just a little bit better in the second quarter. Leading scorers for the Gadsden Panthers, Brisa Dominguez had 2 on free throws. Mia Bastillos had 3 points. Ashley Hernandez had 5. Andrea Lozoya had 2, and the leading scorer for Gadsden was Emma Rose. She scored the first 3 baskets of the game for Gadsden and then was held scoreless the rest of the half. For the Lady Coyotes, 2 points for Mila Moore, 3 points for Emma Esquivel, 5 for Mayela Velasco off the bench. Stacey Smith had 6, and leading scorer also off the bench was Brianna Castro. And it looks like it will be Castro out there starting the second half in place of Tarin. So they're going to be maybe a little conservative with that injury.
Yeah, absolutely. I sent a little text message over to our good friends down there. Today was picture day, and we just wanted to have a little postcard that we're going to try to have some fun with later on. Okay, you're going to receive one of these here for your Christmas card here, Coach McDonald. So,
an intimate shot of the assistant principal. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Yeah, you're exactly right. That's number 24, if I'm not mistaken. That's Mariana Ruiz. Yeah, she's in the ball
another
game.
Starter, yeah.
Yeah, so no, I'm sorry. That's going to be
Ada Vasquez.
Ada Vasquez, the freshman. So Coach Smith is going to try the freshman out here in the second half. Excuse me.
Well, and that's why she's in there, is for interior defense, and she's going to start off with the foul right off the bat. And it's going to send number 3.
Yeah, that's going to be Sari Melendres. There's the shot, and that's going to be off the backboard.
That's Salas, 33.
33, I beg your pardon.
Hard to tell with the ponytails there.
Okay, so Kimberly Salas.
Winds up being a good foul. If we can secure the rebound, we do.
Oh, there's a nice outlet right there, and Castro will dribble, and off the backboard. It's going to be 2 more points for Brianna Castro. 25-16 now.
Yeah, the microwave, right? Vinnie Johnson off the bench, instant spark. That's what Castro's been so far in this game, leading scorer for either team.
Lozoya gets a baseline back to who else? Emma Rose. And
oh, that's blocked.
It is blocked, but Emma Rose is going to be fouled now.
Let's see who they get. It's going to be on the floor. They're going to get Castro, and that's 2 on her. So a little concerned. Pick up your second foul in third quarter is okay, as long as you don't pick up quick ones here.
Okay, so inbounding will be Kimberly Salas. Good defense by, good by Esquivel.
Yeah, that's a great job by Esquivel.
So the full court pressure will be taken off here in this second half, at least for the moment. And Esquivel is going to drive and will be fouled.
And they need to do that more. They mean, they can't just rely on, shooting threes on every possession. It's going to be a foul on Lozoya. That's just her first. Esquivel to the line.
And the first one's up and no good for Emma Esquivel. Here's the second one for Esquivel. Up, front of the rim, no good. And the rebound will be grabbed by Ashley Hernandez. right, number 31, Emma Rose, kicks it back to top of key to number 22. Ashley Hernandez takes a three-point shot up. No good. Rebounded once again.
And I think that was the first three-point attempt by the Panthers this evening.
And not very good there.
Push. Saying I really think Coach Smith wants them to, push the issue there and not just wait for the defense to get back. I think they want to play a little more in transition. Good-looking shot there. Oh.
Yeah, Sadie Morales with three-point shot up and no good. And the freshman will grab the rebound, go up, and she will be fouled and go to the line and shoot two. Now, again, this is just my observation. Game two here. I mean, looks like the Roswell Coyotes had the lane. They're going in and then kicking it back out.
Yeah, and that's okay too. I mean,
yeah,
it all starts with that penetration, because if you don't get all the way to the basket, nice job by the freshman.
Then you kick it out.
And you kick it out to an open three-point shooter. And there's a big difference between an open three right at the line or close to the line, or a contested three from 22, 23, 24 feet, which so many of the three-point attempts have been for the Coyotes tonight.
So 10-point lead for the Lady Coyotes.
Silly. You can't have that.
Emma will be called for her second foul.
And you just got to have more discipline than that. If you're boxed out, you just live to fight another day and don't pick up another foul, put the other team on the line earlier than they need to be.
Maela Velasco, the spark plug in the first half, is in the ball game. There it is again. She comes in there, and I tell you what, just does a good job. Not only offensively, defensively, comes in and just does what she's supposed to do. Smith now top of the key, running the offense. Zone action defensively.
Nice pass. Good post going there.
And the freshman's going to lose it. Sorry, Coach.
No, that's fine. Yeah, she will lose it for a turnover there. Coyotes are winning the turnover battle, but both teams a little sloppy. I have Gadsden unofficially with 8, and Roswell with that one will be 7. So about even, actually.
Hernandez takes it on over to Kimberly Salas, and Salas tried the baseline there and threw it away.
Yeah, just not on the same page.
Okay, entering the ball game will be Brisa Dominguez, as Kimberly Salas will have a seat. I'm real surprised that, well, I'm not surprised. These games, I mean, you're traveling from Santa Teresa to Gadsden. That's about a 4-hour trip.
Yeah, I mean, from Anthony is, on a school bus?
On a school
night.
Yeah,
that's a bit of 4 hours.
And then not only that, after this, we're probably going to grab some dinner. And so you're talking every bit of anywhere between 4.5 to 5 hours getting back home.
That's why they started them early.
Yep. And luckily enough, we saw each other after school, so we can make sure that my partner is going to be here.
Yeah.
At 5:30 instead of 7.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been.
I'd adjust if it is, too. I thought it was 7, too.
I'd have joined you in the second half.
Mr. Tanner would have had to, Mr. Tanner Todd would have had to broadcast the game himself.
Okay, they gave Smith that foul, and then really I thought it was Escobar who fouled, and it would have been her third, so that's fortunate. They gave the foul to Smith there. She might have fouled her too.
All right, so that's going to
be
number 14, I believe. That's going to be Mia
yeah.
Bustillos. Okay.
Now 2 of 4 from the line.
Bustillos.
3 of 5.
She's 2 for 5?
3 of 5.
3 for 5 from the line. Okay, now the Lady Panthers will put full court pressure this time.
And if you're Coach Dan Smith, you're loving that the Panthers are pressing you right now.
Absolutely.
Because any team that's going to press you is a good thing for you to practice in a game situation.
I love it.
For when those Hobbs Eagles come to town.
There's Castro for 3. Good.
tell you what's great about that shot is she is just waiting in her spot. She's in that ready position, ready to catch and shoot, and just strokes the ball. And that's exactly what a spot-up shooter should do there. And good job by Smith to get her the ball.
And there's going to be a foul on Smith. No, that's exactly what we're talking about. You know, she goes inside and kicks it back out, and that's exactly what Coach Smith wants.
All right, so Smith picking up her second midway through the third quarter. That's fine. That's about where you want it. Where you want it.
I'm okay with that. You know, play hard, play aggressive.
Yeah, your kids that are playing a lot of minutes, you know, you'd like them to finish with like 3 fouls. You know?
At least. Oh, wide open is number 31, Emma Rose. But kicks it back out, and there's Emma Rose again.
You got to box out and limit them to one shot.
Hernandez. Back to Bustillos. Bustillos for 3. Up and good. 29-21 with 3:32 left in this third quarter.
Friendly roll there.
It was. She was real nice with that basketball. There's Smith, and just throws up.
Yeah.
I don't think she didn't feel comfortable with that, I promise.
I think she maybe wanted to pass there. Maybe didn't pick up her dribble in time to do the old jump stops, just kind of chucked it up there. There it is.
There it is. Smith will go in easy for the left-hand layup, and that's going to be an easy 2. So 8 points for Smith here in this ball game. 31-21, 10-point lead for the Lady Coyotes. And looks like there's going to be another foul on number 5, the sophomore, Brianna Castro.
And that's 3 on Castro. So now you got 2 of your point guard types in foul trouble. We'll see if he reinserts Henthorn here with 3 fouls or if he goes with somebody else. For now, she's going to stay in the game. She's got to be smart here. Got to rely on your sophomore to be smart and not foul. And
great job by Castro, but
you probably
careful.
don't want her to do it because you know that's going to go one of 2 ways. It's going to be a foul on your player. It's going to be a jump ball, and is it worth it?
Not right now. I think early in the year, again, I said you live and learn. You make those mistakes early, but you better learn quickly.
Well, and he leaves her in the game here and brings Smith out. So you got both the little guards with 3 fouls playing at the same time. So that's an interesting thought there, and that's got to be a block, yeah.
It is going to be a block on, I think, who is that, number 14? I believe that's Mia Bustillos.
Yeah, Bustillos with her first personal. But maybe shaking up a little on the play, and they'll get her a sub, as Dominguez will come in for her. So the Coyotes with a 10-point lead here as we get to the 2.5-minute mark of the third quarter.
Henthorn dribbles, and there's Escobar once again. Excuse me. Talk too much today, Coach. I tell you what, throughout the day you get a little bit of that hoarseness.
That's a good job by Castro there. And that's a very difficult shot, to jump shot and lay that ball up there with that much touch on it to have it go down. Just a great job by Castro. But they can't be too aggressive. These 2 up top can't be too aggressive. We got Morales back in the game.
Trapped up and now finds Castro. Now, Coach, again, just talking basketball a little bit. I like teams that are pressing, but I want your opinion on this. Why do you like teams pressing right now, and how are you going to break that particular press?
Which team pressing?
Gadsden.
Well, right now I think they need to be pressing because they're behind. I mean, they're behind 12 in the third quarter, so, I mean, you've got to force the action somewhat. The Coyotes need to continue pressing because it's working for them. So, you know, I kind of agree with both teams pressing here. And, again, when you play the really good teams, they're going to press you. So, you know, you need to be playing it all year long.
And despite the score, they're going to press you. And you're talking about the Hobbs Eagles.
Right.
The Eagles.
You know, and we saw that in the JV game earlier. You know, we had a team with the press on there winning 50-3. So, you know, there's no mercy at this level.
Right. Henthorn back to Morales. Now Escobar.
And Smith asking his girls to be a little patient here, but this is what can happen. Oh. And they're going to get the foul on Emma Rose, but just her first. As she challenges Esquivel going to the hole.
Oh, just mark my words on this, Coach McDonald. That young lady right there going to the line, a very, very exceptional athlete.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see her, she's going to excel every game and just get better at everything she does. And please understand, I'm not saying I think the entire Coyote team will do that. But that young lady right there is very exceptional. She's very, very, very talented.
She needs to work on her free throws right now because she's 1 of 5 and now 2 of 6. So good job getting the line, but you got to knock them down too. And
Absolutely.
She'll get
Absolutely.
there. I mean, like you said, just a sophomore. And you're right, a special athlete.
All right, now it's number 5 now. Sari Melendrez swings out and over back to Dominguez. To Hernandez, and now stolen by Brianna Castro.
And where would the Coyotes be tonight without Castro and Esquivel, and
Velasco
off the bench? I mean, just tremendous. I mean, they're going to play anyway. I mean, they're in the rotation, but Henthorn is going to get a turnover here.
So it's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow favoring the Lady Coyotes.
I think it's going the other way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it?
Don't say that.
It is going to be in favor of the Panthers. Let's put it that way. Okay. One of the things I like to see, Kelly, you've been doing this a long time as well, as far as education-wise. Oh, there's a three-point shot by the Panthers. And that's going to end the quarter already. And at the end of 3, 34-21 in favor of the Lady Coyotes. I'll make that comment here in the 4th. We'll be back. You're listening and watching KSVPTV.com.
Have you ever thought, Mom and Dad are beginning to need more help, but with a busy job and raising a family, you just don't have the extra time? Personal Care by Design is just what you're looking for. We can be there when you can't, from 1 hour a day to 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All of our caregivers are carefully screened, and we are the only personal care service that is overseen by a registered nurse. Competitive rates, great people, and experience is what sets us apart. So when you need extra help at home with your loved one, you can count on Personal Care by Design. Personal, private, and protected. Call us at 575-625-9471 for your personal care needs and receive a free nursing evaluation. That number again is 575-625-9471.
Exciting news from...
Welcome back to the Coyote Den. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. Man, enjoying the second game here for the Lady Coyotes. Currently leading 34-21. Had a rough first quarter, but since then, looks like they're kind of tuning up things and looking a little better.
Yeah, like you said, just like apparently they started their first game of the season against Santa Tita, that slow start. And you don't want that to become a habit, but Castro for
3 more.
Her third triple.
Yeah, that's called the photo op right there. So.
Wow, that's a quick timeout.
Okay, it's a 30-second timeout. We're going to take one, too. We'll be right back. Coyotes lead, 37-21.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company. But come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
A quick timeout for the Gadsden Lady Panthers. Coach, you mentioned that Castro has 17 of 34? 37?
17 of the team's 37 off the bench, yeah.
And there's going to be a travel now on the Gadsden Panthers. Yeah, 37, I beg your pardon. So very, very, very nice. So our little PA announcer over there doing a good job.
Yeah, Timmy Fuller.
Tim Fuller.
Oh, that was a travel as well. Yeah, a little late on the call, but the right one. As Henthorn does the little extra step there.
One thing I do appreciate about Coach Dan Smith is he lets them play. I mean, you make a mistake, you don't take them out.
Yeah.
He lets them play a little bit until you get better, and that's one thing I've always appreciated about Dan Smith.
Well, it's always been a pet peeve. Some of coaches will do that. You know, a player makes a mistake, he yanked right out.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, it's not good. Not good for their confidence.
I'm not big on it, but again, that's philosophy, and you know, to each his own.
Be a third foul on Esquivel, so now 3.
And I'm okay with that.
No,
this
is the time. I mean, this is the time to have to be picking up your third foul, especially if you're, you know, playing inside against bigger opponents, as Esquivel's had to do.
Right.
I'm fine with it.
Well, number 31 sinks it in. I believe that's 31, right?
Yeah, that's Emma Rose, and that's her first basket since early in the first quarter.
Yeah.
She came out looking like she was going to dominate the game.
Well, she did for just a little bit.
Yeah, just not very long.
You know, speaking of the Roswell Lady Coyotes has a lead, 37-23 here. You have Castro behind the back. She will pass it. There it is, what I'm talking about. She looks left, passes right, gives it back to Henthorn. Henthorn dribbles. She's going to try baseline, and there
nice.
It is. No good, but all of a sudden there is
Morales.
And there's that young lady I've been talking about. Left-hand layup by Emma Esquivel. 39-23 now as the Lady Coyotes starting to run away with this game. Kelly, some of the opponents that the Roswell Lady Coyotes will be taking on this season, next week, December 9th, the Lady Coyotes will be taking on the Alamogordo Tigers, and that game will be in Alamogordo, followed by a contest in Lovington on 12-12, 12-15. Lady Coyotes will be taking on the Goddard Lady Rockets. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that game will be at Roswell High School.
Yeah, Friday's game will be here at Roswell High School.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the parenthesis here. So you and I will be back in action along with the Lady Coyotes. So I stand corrected. The Lady Coyotes will be taking on Alamogordo here on Friday night. That game will be about 6:30ish. Then taking on Lovington on 12-12. And then taking on Goddard, 3 home games in a row.
Yeah, have the girls early, and then we'll have one boys game in between there, and then of course the boy and girl games against Goddard before the break.
And then at Chaparral, and then this is going to be nice to see. Oh, nice pass by
it really was.
Number 24, Lozoya. Here comes Smith now.
They need to check on that player. Both players, they bumped heads kind of hard there.
So the Lady Coyotes, December 20th, will be taking on Sandia at Roswell High School.
Well, that's the holiday tournament, I believe.
Well, I don't know if that is.
Oh, that's right.
That's going to be just a single.
Huh.
And then the holiday tournament will be taking place, well, the Clovis holiday tournament. Oh, that's a nice shot. So they're going to have a lot of action here within the next couple of weeks. But this is interesting to see here, too. Roswell High will be taking on Mayfield, Las Cruces, Centennial, and Oregon Mountain back to back to back to back. Roswell High School, then 2 Cruces trips, and then back at Roswell. So their schedule is going to hopefully prepare them here for the district play.
Well, that is the goal, obviously. Coach Smith and his staff get them ready.
We got some substitution as Mila Moore, Velasco, and number 24. That's going to be Ruiz coming in the ball game.
That's first action for Ruiz.
Then after the first of the year, then Roswell will be taking on Rio Rancho, Artesia, Portales. So they got it going on. 39-26 is the score. Mia Busteos with the ball, kicks it on back over to the left side with Hernandez. And Esquivel almost got called for her 4th foul, but dodged the bullet. And nice left-hand turnaround by Emma Rose.
Yeah, so she really kind of silent in the second, third quarters, but she's been really good in the first and now here in the fourth. It's her 7th point of the quarter. And turnover for the Coyotes. Lead is only 11 here with 4:46 to go, as Velasco will check back in for Castro. No, Castro's going to stay in.
Well,
somebody's got to come out.
Yeah, Castro's going to come out. It looked like she was limping there for a second, but no, it's just a.
Well, she did pick up her 4th foul while you were going over the
schedule.
The schedule there, so.
Okay.
But she's been the player of the game for sure. That ball fake. Oh.
They're going to call a charge on that? It looks like she's injured. That's Emma Rose, isn't it?
No, he called the foul on the defense. He kind of gestured like
he did.
It was going to be an offensive foul, didn't he?
I didn't see the.
And that's going to be a basket good by Rose. And if she can, she will have a free throw, but she's down and in obvious pain there.
Let's take a quick timeout. You're watching KSVPTV.com. We'll be back in just a moment.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
This is the owner of Trustmark Roofing, and nothing makes us happier than telling our customers no. As in, no pricing games. We give you a guaranteed price, and then we stand by it. No surprises, no gotchas. No obscurity. We don't just tell you what's wrong with your roof. We record our inspections and show you. No lemons. We install premium roofing materials from top brands like Owens Corning. No shortcuts. We're in the 2% of roofers with the Owens Corning Preferred Contractor Certificate for our local area. This means we offer precision installation and the longest warranties. Want a beautiful new roof that's built to last? Choose Trustmark Roofing, the roofer that loves to tell our customers no. For a free estimate, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
In time.
All right, welcome back to the Coyote Den. As the Lady Coyotes lead 39-30, and Emma Rose still in obvious pain.
Yeah, they had her shoot the free throw, and the reason you do that is if you put a sub in for a free throw shooter in that situation, that person cannot come back in the game. So.
Well, Leah Chavez comes in and sinks.
And just 7-point game.
Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing right now with Emma Rose leaving the ball game. That could be detrimental to the Panthers.
Oh, it absolutely
team.
will be.
And they're going to say it's a foul on the defense as Daisy Smith will go to the line.
You know what? I thought old David was going to call an offensive foul on that one,
thought
too.
He
just the way he was gesturing. Daisy had a good first half. Just her 3rd point here in the second half, but still time to get going. Kind of quit shooting. You know, she shot a bunch of threes in the first half and hasn't even attempted one here in the second.
So Smith sinks 2 free throws.
Maybe her coach told her she was shooting too many threes in the first time.
Very possible.
It's a coachable kid, to be sure.
Well, without a doubt, I'm going to tell you right now, when you have Castro shooting as she's doing, I think you kind of continue trying to feed her as much as you can, and then kind of go from there, huh? But what do I know?
Well, I'm not going to comment on that, partner, but I will say we got a wide open shot here for Ruiz. Nice rebound from Esquivel. Sure, use a little clock here.
Yeah, there's Smith. She might take the three-point shot here, but nope. Emma Esquivel is going to go in, and she's going to be fouled, and she might be going to the line.
Well, I don't think so.
It's going to be on the ground?
Yeah, she's got to have. She's just trying to get rid of it with the pass. If she just kind of chucks that one up, she's shooting free throws, but it all happens real quick, you know.
Well, it's 19 fouls for the Lady Coyotes and 6 for the Panthers.
Yeah, so the next one will be free throws.
The next one will be free throws. Well, double bonus.
Well, I mean, the next one on Gadsden. All right, plenty of time here.
Oh, man, almost a travel. Finds Melendres. Three-point shot. It's up and no good for Kimberly Salas.
Yeah, and it's just not their forte. I mean, they're just not a three-point shooting team, and now they're almost in a situation where they're going to maybe have to force the issue and attempt some threes, and that's a mistake by Esquivel there.
You're going to call a 30-second?
You got to hit Smith as soon as she's open.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Coyotes lead 41-32.
In times of uncertainty, one thing seems to be constant. Crime tends to rise. Zenith Security Services, a locally owned company that's invested in our community, reminds you that for less than 5 quarters a day, you can be proactive in protecting your home, family, and assets with a monitored alarm from a top UL-rated company. The hardest calls we receive at Zenith Security are those needing our services after the fact. Call Zenith Security Services at 575-626-3521 to schedule your free security assessment today.
41-32 is the score as the Lady Coyotes lead here in this fourth quarter with 3:09 remaining. Emma Esquivel will be inbounding here for the Lady Coyotes as there's some pressure there for the Panthers. Now here's where the Lady Coyotes should have the advantage. They should be quick enough to break the press, as you see there.
Yeah.
And there's Castro from three-point range and up, no good.
And I don't like that shot. First of all,
rushed it.
I don't think she got her feet behind the line, so that makes it just a poor shot selection. And why are you shooting it so early with the lead? And now they're going to get yet another turnover unofficially at 13. It's probably more than that for Gadsden. So now you just bring Smith straight to the ball, or you should.
Yeah, there's the inbound pass. There's Castro, the lefty. Gonna have to go across. There she is. She goes cross court. Man to man now. And here is the pass to Moore. Back to Hinthorn. Castro.
See, and that one I would have been okay with.
Yep.
This one's good too.
And Smith with a nice three-point shot.
5 1/4 for Smith.
And there's going to be a full timeout, so guess what that means? We'll be right back. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. Coyotes lead 44-32.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
All right, we're back here at the Coyote Den as the Gadsden Panthers took a full timeout. 44-32 is the score, and we're approaching the 2-minute mark in this contest. Coyotes really have played a lot better second half.
Well, yeah, really just that first quarter. I mean, they came out flat. They were shooting nothing but threes, didn't have a lot of energy. And then second quarter, they kind of righted the ship, and now they had pulled away, and now Gadsden's kind of pulling back, but Coyotes need to really put this game away here.
Escobar, quick outlet to Morales. Hinthorn. Castro back to Smith. Going to bring Andrea Lazoya back out.
Yeah, pretty much all ball handlers out here now.
Yeah, and that's expected.
Sure. This is your 5-out offense. You know,
your hands team, or
sometimes they say a 4 to score.
Yep.
You know, not a complete stall, but certainly in no hurry. Coach Smith has saved 3 timeouts. And we're going to get a foul here, and it will.
Emma Rose.
Well, good to see Emma Rose back in the game. She is limping around a little bit, but and now they're going to take her back out. So.
Well, and again, it's still early in the season. They're 3-1, about to be 3-2 here. The Lady Panthers, I was looking at the Panthers. I don't know what happened to the schedule here, but I thought I had it, and maybe, here it is. After this game, the Panthers will be playing back at home against Rio Grande and then against Albuquerque High. Silver City is also on their schedule. Artesia Deming, Da Vinci.
Ooh, Da Vinci High School, wow.
That's a new school, isn't it, Coach?
That's the first I've heard of it. It must be a new one in El Paso, but there are a lot of high schools in El Paso.
And then they play the Las Cruces schools pretty much, back to back to back to back. Alamogordo and then district play. Well, here it is right here. That is their district, I suppose, huh? Play Oregon Mountain twice, Las Cruces twice.
Mayfield, Alamogordo, Centennial. Yeah, I believe Mayfield is in their district.
So they're going to have a tough district there too. So it's going to be a tough challenge there. So this game is just as good for the Panthers as it is for the Coyotes.
Sure.
Escobar will sink her first.
Make this one, Emma. Get back to 50%. Atta girl.
And she does.
4 for 8 from the line. And 8 points for the game.
And 2 more points now for Gadsden. Okay, and there's Smith. Kind of just going to flirt a little bit with Mia Bustos. As you mentioned, just kind of 4 to not necessarily score, but 4 to stall maybe.
Yeah, at this point, you don't even need to try to score.
And here's the thing, you got 46 seconds left in this ball game. I mean, do you go try to foul a little bit? I don't know. I think that's at this point the ball game's over.
Yeah, and you notice they didn't even press after they scored down there, so they're pretty much just letting it run its course here.
Right.
Escobar stays at 500, 5 for 10 from the line.
And here, Lady Coyotes, they don't need a foul. They just need to be, conservative, but just be careful. Don't get in any foul trouble. You don't need any injuries. Just get the ball. And really no fouls on either side. Really just needs to.
No, just let it roll out. In fact, you can just let her stand there if you want to. They're going to come up and apply pressure, which is fine too. I mean, never say you give up, but.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the case here. I think the game's over. I mean,
but don't foul here with 10 seconds left.
So Lady Coyotes are going to win this ball game 47-34. And a contest that Dan Smith really wanted to have here after losing last year in Gadsden in a thriller. I was at that contest, but Coyotes go now to 2-0 As I mentioned earlier, the Lady Coyotes won last week, November 29th at Santa Teresa. That was on the school night as well. They win that contest 57-13, and then you have Gadsden, the Lady Panthers, coming in to the Coyote Den and winning that contest 47-34. And their next opponent now will be the Alamogordo Lady Tigers. That game will be here at Roswell High School starting about 6:30-ish, depending on the JV game. And so that's going to be an interesting contest too, as they took on the Alamogordo Lady Tigers last year, but we'll talk about that momentarily. I know you have some statistics for us, Coach McDonald.
Yeah, I just got the scoring for the game for the Gadsden Lady Panthers. Brisa Dominguez had 2 points. Andrea Lozoya had 2 points. 5 points for Ashley Hernandez. 10 points for Mia Bustillos. And the leading scorer for Gadsden was Emma Rose with 15. For the Roswell Coyotes, 1 point from the freshman Ada Vasquez. 2 points from Mila Moore. 5 from Maela Velasco. 9 points for Emma Esquivel, 13 for J.C. Smith, and leading scorer in the game off the bench, Brianna Castro, the sophomore. Great job by her when the foul trouble came for the guards early in the game.
Coach McDonald, what are your thoughts on this contest? I know you and I talked about it throughout the contest. They had the Roswell Lady Coyotes struggle in the first quarter as they did against Santa Teresa, but really kind of had some interesting players coming off the bench. For example, like Velasco, as we called her the spark plug earlier in the ball game. Kind of really just kind of changed the momentum a little bit, in my opinion. But, again, Brianna Castro, the sophomore, with 17 off the bench. What do you expect on that?
Well, I didn't expect that much offense, from her off the bench. But, that's a good thing to have coming in, because you're going to have people in foul trouble. You're going to have people who are having an off night. You're going to have injuries. You need those people that can come off the bench and be effective for you. And, Velasco did that. Mila Moore was effective off the bench tonight. The freshman in very limited time. She got a foul, she got a point, she got a couple rebounds. She did well. And, of course, Brianna Castro, she was a star tonight off the bench. So, just
absolutely
nice to see if you're Coach Smith.
Absolutely. So the Lady Coyotes at this point go 2-0 again, winning game 1 against Santa Teresa November 29th and winning this game against Gadsden, the Lady Panthers. Their next opponent will be against the Lady Tigers out of Alamogordo here at the Coyote Den. That game is scheduled for about 6:30. Man, I tell you what, Coyotes look good here in this second half. So Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald will sign off. Safe travels back to Anthony Gadsden. As we say in closing, it's always great to be a Coyote. See you next time. Good night.